Hello everybody, it is Teeironor as always, and welcome back to our new episode of the Ephemeral Orb, the TTRPG we're doing with a bunch of lovely people. I'd like to have these lovely people introduce themselves, and let's start as usual in alphabetical order. DoomGoblin?
Hello, my name is DoomGoblin and I'm playing as Captain Bladebeard.
Who surprisingly wasn't that awful last episode.
Yeah,
Somehow.
Well, except for flirting with a widow and everything, but whatever.
he
Typical.
didn't know.
Yeah. And next we have Sir Thompshire.
I'm Sir Thompshire and I'm playing a betrayed sellsword called Benjamin Aaran, and he's kind of struggling with the group for now.
Indeed. We'll see how that goes. And we next have Skoll Shorties.
Yeah, I'm Skoll Shorties, and I'm playing the lovable Buhd, who is, he doesn't know what to think of the captain right now, but, he's thinking a lot, which is weird for an ogre to do.
And he just sort of made a new kind of friend with the very cool first mate of the goblin lady that I mentioned.
Oh yeah, but Bud's always making friends in these campaigns.
I guess. So last
He's
time,
trying.
Yeah. So last time for our viewers, our group pulled up in their damaged little ship in the Hard Wrench Hideaway. I always have trouble saying that name, which they didn't know existed previously, but there they are. And they found out that the town is under quarantine because the Horde has heard that something has happened in Buhd Bay. They are not exactly sure what, and are forbidding people from going in or leaving until they figure everything out. The group was allowed to enter because they mentioned that they have information about Buhd Bay. During this stay, I guess you could say, our good friend Benjamin encountered one of his old contacts, the guy who was responsible for him having a bounty in Goblin towns, and he let a certain dagger flay his mind a little bit, that kind of stuff. And afterwards, they met a goblin, let's say, who invited them over to her ship, but there met his new best friend, or just friend, who knows. And the goblin lady told them a bunch of stuff, including that the friend they met the previous session, Shalon the elf, something might be going on with him, but who knows. And also that that a certain dagger told Benjamin that Shalon is a beacon of the deep ones, but he does not know what that means. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I don't know, it's probably some fish, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess fish would be an accurate term, yeah. The very last scene where we ended was sort of the end of that conversation with that goblin. They were in her quarters on the goblin ship, who was also docked in this little port. And the first mate had just come in, announcing they have company. They've all exited the little cabin, and they saw in the distance a Horde warship approaching from the north, presumably from Gromgo base camp. So, what's your guys' initial reaction to seeing this Horde warship?
It's a big spiky ship.
Yeah, I'm going to disguise myself as a undead again.
With your skull, yeah.
Yeah,
Who is it? Is everyone outside? How many people are around me?
You are on the deck of the Goblin's ship, and there's obviously your fellow crew members, the Goblin, the first mate, and the rest of the ship's crew, which is quite a few people, yeah.
Okay, then I'll not do anything.
I don't know if you could have flayed the orcs' minds from this distance, regardless.
No, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking turning into something more, let's say, horde friendly.
Oh, sure. Also, keep in mind this was plot point in the previous episode. Only Buhd speaks Orcish in this group, and Shalon, but well, Shalon is his own thing.
I'm still in the ship, right? Our ship.
You are on the Goblin Lady's ship.
Yeah, but Shalon is back on our ship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last you left him, he was sort of cradling his knees, panicked after, and looking at Benjamin with like a very scared look. Yeah, I think he stayed behind while you guys went to talk with the Goblin, and the Goblin told you guys he's bad news, everyone. Yeah. So when they see this ship, the Goblin Lady will sort of curse under her breath, and she will turn to you guys and say, "Whatever happens, we'll try to work through it." You people said that you want to get away from here, correct?
Yeah. As soon as possible. I don't really like this town.
May I ask, where would you be going?
Oh, well, we should probably ask the our missing member, the major lady I mentioned. She's kind of let's say in charge.
Worst captain ever.
That's accurate.
Well, we should go pick up Shalon and our supplies and bring them here, I guess.
Well, you might not want to do that right now, while a Horde ship is approaching to dock. You'll be in plain sight. Why don't you guys scurry back into town, and I'll come and meet you at sunset. You can come to my ship, and I can take you away from this place. Does that sound
But
fine?
also, Shalon is left alone. If orcs would find him, they would probably kill him, right? He's an elf, purple one.
But go grab him. Good idea.
Yeah, I'm going with you, bud.
The Goblin Lady will say, from my experience, the Horde in this part of the world tend to be very much the Hellscream's eyes are upon you type.
I noticed.
Bud got 2 eyes. But this will work well for Bud.
We will try to be quiet and not draw attention.
That's a very good idea. As I said, let's meet at the cantina. You know where the cantina is in town?
A place where goblins try fight us.
Oh, did something happen?
Yeah. We were, I don't really know what happened. It was in a lot of yelling in Orcish. But they made you angry somehow. What was, going on?
They insult Bud. Bud called them stupid. Goblin man have bad headache. Goblin man look not so good. Orcs yell at Bud a lot to fix him. Bud no know how to fix.
I might have to look into that later. Then if not in the cantina, Captain Bladebeard, was it?
Yeah.
Do you remember the place where we met? The main building?
Yeah, the big one.
If you go just behind it, that should be a good spot where we can meet. We can meet at sunset, and then I'll take you to my ship, and then, if you'd like, I can take you out of this town.
Yeah, sure.
What?
Benjamin, are you coming with us?
It's not like I have much of a choice.
Also, I have no idea how Meridia will find us, but let's hope she... I don't know.
You can leave that to me. These Kirantor types tend to almost involuntarily gravitate to sudden bursts of arcane magic. They're sort of like moths if you think like about it. I can sort of light a beacon that would be visible only to her.
Alright. So, we go and grab Shalon and meet you behind the big building.
At sunset.
That's right.
At sunset.
Yeah. Alright. What's the time right now?
At the moment, you guys arrived not very early in the morning. It would be like, say, 11 a.m.-ish, something like that.
Alright.
So you do have some time to, like, do whatever. Okay? This is what you agreed, I guess. The goblin lady will sort of nod her head and, like, gesture for you to, like, get the hell off her ship.
Alright. See ya.
Bye everybody.
The Vraiku will salute you, Buhd, as you go.
Buhd tries to mimic the salute back to the Vraiku.
He smiles at you.
Bye, new friend.
But he also makes like a sign of get going. You need to hurry before like the ship docks.
Oh yeah, Bud's leaving. Bud's walking away with his captain.
Okay. So do you guys all vacate the ship and go back into town, or what's your destination?
I would like to return to our boat.
Okay. Do you guys follow Bladebeard to your old boat?
That's where Bud's going.
Alright.
Okay. As you go, let me just get rid of these for a little bit. As you go, you once again find Shalon in the boat. He's still sort of cradling his knees and rocking back and forth the same way you sort of found him in the previous episode.
Shalon, are you alright?
He does not respond to you, Bladebeard, but you do notice that he looks at Benjamin, then looks away, then looks at Benjamin, looks away, and so on and so on.
Why he's scared of you?
I kind of just look around and it has nothing to do with me.
So, should we take the supplies we bought, or should we leave that?
I will mention this is sort of above board information. If you're trying to like get ahead of the Horde ship that is approaching, which obviously you're free not to do. The Horde ship will dock in like a few minutes. It's coming in pretty fast, and there are some orcs going to the docks to like meet the ship as it arrives. And you bought a lot of supplies. It would not be like subtle to take them out, but you are free to try if you want.
Alright, Buhd, how about you take Shalon and I will try to gather as much food as I can.
Okie dokie, boss.
Alright.
Come on, Shalon.
You try to pick up Shalon?
As he tries to, yeah.
Shalon does not resist, but when you like touch him, Buhd, he tells you, don't let the dagger near me, please. Please don't let the dagger near me.
Buhd, keep dagger away.
This is audible to everyone in the group.
Can I like question Zelatath, like, What is this?
As I mentioned to you earlier, this one acts as a beacon to those of the deep. And, well, he's not exactly a willing beacon.
And you?
I am my own.
Is I'm sorry if I'm
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Is Benjamin speaking with her like in his mind, or do we
Yeah,
see
in my
his part of the conversation?
Yeah, in his mind mostly. Obviously, if he decides to speak out loud, she will also hear him.
Probably wouldn't be much of an idea.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're talking to yourself. What's going on? Yeah, are you like Shalon somehow?
Maybe, who knows?
Okay. So Buhd, you have picked up Shalon. Bladebeard, I presume you're trying to pick up some of the supplies.
Yeah, as much as I can, which is probably not a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely not a lot. You're able to pick up like a crate that Buhd would like probably be able to hold with. He would probably be able to hold like 5 of those in one hand.
But how heavy is Shalon? Should we maybe switch?
You want to carry him?
I don't know. He doesn't look very. He's pretty skinny.
Okay, keep Dagger away from him.
Oh,
So wholesome.
I mean, I'm like full of daggers, so
I just have this mental image because Bladebeard is so short that he's carrying Shalon, but because Shalon is a tall elf and he's so short, he's sort of dragging him on the floor.
He could like carry him like people who hunt deer carry the deer,
I
like
guess
over both shoulders.
that's up to Bladebeard and Buhd. However they want to play it, Shalon will not resist.
yeah. Let me carry him. He's probably not.
Okay, here you
too
go.
heavy.
Be careful.
Is he heavy?
Not to Buhd.
Yeah,
I'm asking the DM.
he weighs like a standard elf, so like an average, probably a bit more than an average human because elves are a bit taller, but not too much more.
Alright. Probably not too heavy for Captain Bladebeard.
Yeah, you can carry him. It's a bit tiring, but you can, yeah.
Alright, Buhd gives him that, and Buhd goes to grab the supplies then.
How many are you trying to pick up? Like, as much as possible? Or are you trying to be more stealthy and only get a few? Or...
Well, Buhd wasn't really given much specifics, so he's just picking it all up.
No, you don't need to take all of them. I don't like wasting money too much. So
Only some.
yeah, like as much as you can carry and still be, quick.
Okay, Buhd, take half of this.
Alright, that's
yeah,
good.
you can comfortably carry half of it. It's not subtle, but you can carry it without, like, any difficulties.
Where Buhd take this?
Should we go behind the building right now? Probably. Right?
It's. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like 11 a.m. and she said you guys should meet at sunset. It's a long while to wait, but you do you.
Yeah, we don't have to wait there. We just bring all our stuff there.
It's up to you, it's up to you.
That's kind of suspicious.
Look, Buhd's just here to follow orders.
Still follow the captain's orders?
Look, Buhd's idea would be like to throw some kind of dance party as distraction, so...
I mean, I wouldn't mind that, to be honest.
Let's try to go behind that building and maybe we should wait for the sunset when it's darker. I don't know.
That sounds boring.
Alright, let's go right now.
So you guys go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of just sigh and follow them.
You're not carrying nor Shalon nor any supplies.
No. Not.
Bladebeard and Buhd notice that if they want to comment. If not, that's fine.
Tuco's not carry his own weight.
I'm carrying the group.
You know carry, Bud.
One day I'll tell you about metaphors, but
Okay, one day you tell Bud how you pick him up. Bud is heavy.
I figured so.
Okay. Do you guys start heading into town?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay, as you guys start moving there, you will see, as I said, a bunch of orcs moving to like greet the coming ship, and two of them are carrying. Let me find him. This little guy in like a stretcher. He's still moaning in pain. It's not a very wide dock. You have to like awkwardly pass them to go into town.
Rest in peace.
He's still
You don't
alive.
look so good.
I mean, it's maybe better to not be, to be honest.
You don't look so good.
So you guys like start passing them. The orcs won't really like pay attention to you. They are focused on like carrying this guy in a stretcher. You guys try passing them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to describe something gruesome. For our viewers who are a bit more like sensitive, I'll put like a marker on the screen. As long as the marker is up, mute if you don't want to hear it. And I'll remove the marker when like the gruesomeness is over. Okay. Benjamin, as you walk across, do you look in this goblin's direction?
I try avoiding too, because I kind of regret it a bit.
Okay, as you sort of move, he lunges out of his stretcher and grabs you. Tries grabbing you.
No.
And he says, in common, by the way, not in Orcish, I see now. And as you look at him, you see that he has no eyes anymore, that he has presumably pulled out.
I try pulling my arm away, and
He will still hold on with one of his hands, and with his other hand, he will extend a hand to like take something. It's a very bloody hand. And he will say, I see. I'm so sorry, Benjamin. I'm so sorry.
I kind of ask Zelatath for a bit of help. He's kind of revealing maybe a bit too much information.
Zalataf will only chuckle and she will say, the orcs don't speak common. You don't have anything to be afraid of. The goblin is insistently like extending his hand to you to like take whatever bloody thing is in his hands.
There's nothing there, right?
There is something there.
Okay, then I guess I try seeing what it is.
He is clenching his fist, so you don't see it. You'd like have to like accept it to like see what it is.
I guess I really try not looking at him, but I extend my hands to try to grab whatever he's holding.
Yeah, and this is the gruesome, very Naruto-esque part. He's offering you his eyes.
Oh, I guess I'll test.
I saw it coming.
Thank you, DoomGoblin. So what's your reaction?
I kind of stumbled back in shock, obviously, and I kind of fall over a bit.
Can you do me a careful check difficulty 4 to see if you fall into the sea on accident? It's a narrow dock, as I said.
Or it was a what?
A careful check. So roll your careful, please. It will be difficulty 4 again to see if when you stumble back you accident. Yeah. As you recoil in shock, you stumble and accidentally fall into the sea.
Well, that's the second time in 2 days.
Yeah. The goblin will throw what was in his hand towards you and go back on the stretcher as he's restrained by the 2 orcs. What is Buhd and Bladebeard's reactions?
Twinkles, are you alright?
Why
No,
he hand you tasty treats?
This I removed the censorship warning for our viewers, so let's not mention directly what was in his hand.
Can I climb the dock myself, or do I have to swim to shore?
You have to swim to shore, but it's not a very long swim, 10 meters or so.
Okay, then I guess I do it. And getting to shore, I just kind of start panicking a bit, I guess, since it's a bit more gruesome than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting him to literally, gouge out his eyes. So, yeah, I'm kind of pissed at Zelatath for going maybe a bit too far. I don't know.
Zelatath will chuckle in your mind and say, "He did apologize, though."
I just sigh and don't say anything else to her.
Buhd and Bladebeard, while you guys are still on the dock, the orcs who are carrying the goblin, you recognize them from the brawl, and they remember that you beat him. They look at you in fear and keep moving without saying anything.
We keep moving as well.
Okay, and you guys happen upon soaked Twinkles, still shaken from what just happened.
Oi,
If I was carrying supplies, they would have been lost anyway, so maybe it was a bad idea.
I guess.
so what was that about?
I don't know. Let's just get away from this place. I'm
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sound good to Buhd.
I was kind of expecting Buhd to help me up, then I just get up
Well,
myself.
he's carrying supplies.
Yeah, but I just fell in the water. But okay, you're not my friend. I get it.
Wow.
I was about to make another Naruto joke, but then I refrained. Okay. So yeah, you guys are in town. A few of the orc guards notice this exchange and are looking at you like, what the hell just happened? They are not like some of the people who were at the brawl. Those guys are already on the dock. These guards are not approaching you, so you're free to not interact with them if you want.
Buhd just gives them a friendly little wave.
Yeah.
They stare blankly, mostly at Benjamin. They sort of ignore you, Buhd.
Is he a human again, or?
No, he's still an elf. His transformation changes when he uses magic.
Alright.
Yeah, in my shock, I don't really notice the guards staring, I guess, and I just kind of stare at nothing.
Okay. Do you guys continue taking your supplies into town?
Yeah, we just move along.
Okay. As you do, I'll just remove this little guy. You manage to like reach the spot without problems. Much of the town is preoccupied with like the incoming horde ship to like really pay attention to you guys. The goblins are sort of looking worried because a military occupation is obviously not something they're really looking forward to. The orcs are like dusting off their armor, preparing to like get ready to perhaps salute a superior officer or whatever. So you guys are able to take the supplies there with like no issues.
Alright, I put Shalon down.
Yeah, Shalon. As soon as you put him down, he resumes cradling his legs. He will look to Benjamin and say, "Are you happy that he apologized?"
I kind of just look down and don't reply.
Okay. Shalon will stare at you for a bit, but seeing that you're not going to reply, he will look away and start muttering it to himself again.
Can I like put my hand on his forehead? Is he like warm or cold?
He feels normal, maybe a little cold, but it's not like cold enough to be anything noticeable. You could also presume, oh, it's just because you're at the seashore. Who knows?
Alright. Benjamin, that goblin fella, he knew your name.
And he also knew to speak in common to a blood oath, not in Orcish. This is above board information, obviously.
Yeah, do you know that guy from somewhere?
Yeah, let's just say he was a past contractor.
Well, alright. That was kind of weird.
Look, Bladebeard, I'm not really in the mood to talk to you, okay? Just let me think.
Alright. So, do you guys have anything more to do in town, or are we just going to wait?
We can go fishing.
I was thinking to. I would like to go shopping a bit.
Or shopping.
I will also remind you guys, this is obviously dependent on if you decide to keep your old ship, but it does need repairs, and you were talking about getting repairs for it. If you guys are still intending on keeping it or not, obviously that's up to you.
No, I think we are leaving friendship behind.
You see a tear go down Shalon's cheek.
Yeah, I think we left ship quite a while ago, but okay.
But gonna miss that ship.
We will find a better one.
We'll call it the super friendship.
Yeah, sure. Does anyone need anything from town? Bud?
I need silence.
A big shirt.
A big shirt.
But the nipples always showing.
Alright. I will try to find you a big shirt. Or maybe you want to come with me. I think somebody should stay behind and watch Shalon.
Might want Bud to do that. He and I are like eggs and bacon.
Alright. I will find you the biggest shirt I can.
Big shirt.
Alright.
There are some hobgoblins in town, I guess. I don't know.
Hobgoblins don't wear shirts, though.
Yeah.
True.
Also, they are not that big. Right?
Also true.
Bigger than a goblin, but
Well,
like
they
size maybe.
maybe they will match Buhd not in height but in wideness, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Benjamin, are you staying behind or?
I'm staying.
Alright.
You know that Shalon will just like give you death glares if you stay with him.
Yeah, but I'd rather not stay with Bladebeard, you know?
Wow. Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna go shopping.
Okay. Do you leave Bladebeard?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still have some time to waste, right?
You have plenty of time to waste. All of you have. Yeah. So Bladebeard leaves. Just to sort of like resolve, because not at the moment nobody was going to like bother Benjamin or Buhd. Do you guys like interact for anything while Bladebeard is gone?
Bud's just kind of relaxing. He just sits down and plops down, and he's just chilling.
Yeah, kinda just also kinda sit down and stare at the sky or something.
It's been a long day. What can I say? I was going to. You didn't like try. Remember when the goblin gave you that stuff, and you fell in the water? He threw them at you after you in the water. You didn't obviously try to like get them or anything, right?
Please don't make me roll if they're actually in my pants or something.
I don't think they would be. Even with all the old god stuff going on, they probably would not be. Let's be honest. The goblin is just a victim, not an agent of the old gods. But yeah, so you guys just chill. Probably nothing happens, so let's focus on Bladebeard for a bit. Bladebeard, you have like a few options. You have the main building. Obviously, the meeting place is just behind the main building. You have like the cantina place, and there are a few other small buildings like hotels, small shops, etc., in this little town.
Can I again find a guard to ask him? Maybe the same one, if he is still around.
The one you saw earlier is a bit away, but there are plenty of both orc and goblin guards. As I mentioned, the goblins are looking a little uneasy at the approaching horde ship. The orcs are like, again, dusting off their armor, trying to make themselves presentable in case the superior officer shows up, etc. Whom do you approach?
Some random goblin guard.
Okay, let me put him on screen for a bit. Okay, as you approach him, he sort of startles at your approach, because again, he's in a very tense situation, and he will say, "What do you want? We're kind of busy here."
Yeah, I'm just going to take a second of your time. I wonder where could I find like an alchemy shop or an alchemist?
He will look at you as in like, seriously, you're wasting my time with that.
I can, obviously I will pay you for the information.
He will shake his head and extend his hand towards you.
4 silver I give him.
Oh, you cheapskate. Okay. He does not actually say that. He takes it. He's a bit too distracted to even count. You could have given him 5 copper, probably. And he will say, "Lots of shops in the main building, Sassy's place. Maybe ask her, I don't know."
Alright, thank you. I'm
He
going
does
to
not
go
bother
back.
to respond. Sorry?
Can I return to the big building?
Yeah, it's just like a short walk. And as you go in, let me just add the NPCs. You see Sassy once again. Let me just find her for again. Roll20 does not list my stuff in alphabetical order, so that's why I'm having a bit trouble finding this stuff. Okay, you'll find Sassy talking with... Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I found him. Okay, sorry about that. Find Sassy talking with this lovely fellow. Again, you're a bit far away to like distinguish what they're talking about. Do you approach her or look around? What do you do?
I'm going to look around. Apparently there is a shop around here.
Yeah, you see there's shops. There's a few shops. This building is like a sort of a hotel reception place plus a small supermarket-ish. So there's like a small alchemist station, there's like a clothier, etc. But they're all again looking a little scared about like the incoming orcs.
So someone selling shirts.
Yeah, there is someone. Would you approach him?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have like a special NPC for that, so it's just a generic goblin male. Like the guard, he is looking very frazzled. He does not like really seem to pay attention to you until you like come up to him, and he also startles for a little bit. He says, "What can I help you with?"
I see this is really not the best moment for shopping, but do you have any like very large shirts, but like very, very large, like ogre size, let's say?
Are you the guys that started the brawl at the cantina?
No, I don't think so.
Roll for me your sneaky, and I'll roll a generic careful to see if you deceive this guy.
Alright. 1.
Tie. Okay, a tie means you get your way, but something else happens. Okay, so he believes you. He shakes his head, says, ogre-sized, ogre-sized. He'll start looking in his inventory. It's like trying to think. He'll pull out a very big shirt, and he'll say, "I don't have anything for ogres, but I do. There are some really big trolls out there. I think they're called berserkers or something. I have a shirt fit for a troll berserker. Would that work for you?" He'll eye up and down and think and wonder to himself, why do you need an ogre-sized shirt?
Does that shirt look like it would fit Buhd?
It's much wider than what Buhd would, his frame would be, but the height is a little bit short, but about right.
Yeah, good enough. Yeah, I'll take that one.
Okay, he'll say 50 silver.
Alright. Do I know if that's like too much or?
You've never bought a shirt for an ogre before, or like any other massive creature, but it is much for like dwarven shirts. But obviously this is also more fabric. You don't?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I give him 50, right?
Yeah, that's what he asked for, and he'll look at it and start counting and shake his head. I said 60.
I heard, yeah. Don't play any games with me, Goblin.
Look, I said 60. Give me 60 silver. I'm not in the mood to barter right now.
Fine, I give him 10 more.
He looked like he genuinely did not realize that he asked you for 50, by the way. He's a bit
It's fine.
distracted at the moment. Okay. You have now acquired Troll Berserker shirt. You hope this will fit Buhd, you guess. Yeah, so you now have the shirt. What do you do?
I was thinking about doing more shopping, but this doesn't seem like a good moment. I'm just going to leave and rejoin my group.
Okay, as you leave, this gentleman will come up to you, like
Oh, no.
meeting you. He will sort of put a hand on you to like stop you and say, "You came from Booty Bay, right?"
That's correct.
Where are your friends?
Why do you need to know?
I was also at Booty Bay. You left me for dead. You do not remember this guy?
I'm sorry, but I don't really think we met.
I was at the auction house.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there.
By the way, just out of curiosity, Bladebeard, I know you're not like a traditional dwarf, but do you have like any opinion on Dark Iron dwarves?
Oh, he's a Dark Iron dwarf. I thought he was like a Shatterhand orc.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Wow.
a dwarf. Yeah.
Okay.
He was
That's a
gray
short
and-
ass. That is a very short shared hand orc.
I didn't know he was.
Is vertically blessed, so I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, so
Yeah.
all right. He's a Dark Iron dwarf. I don't have problems with Dark Iron dwarfs.
Okay.
You got a problem with your eyesight, though.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, you're a dwarf. Yeah. I thought you were an orc.
Aye, for Cosmodan and all that. Now, why don't you take me to your companions? I'd like to have some words with them.
I don't. What are your intentions with them? You know.
To talk. Your
About
people
what?
might have something that interests me.
Well, they don't really know much more than I do, so I can talk.
This dwarf will grab you by the hand, and he will do. I will need you to roll your an equivalent to Constitution. You're forceful. Roll your forceful, and in the meantime, let me look up this dwarf's stats to find out how he would oppose you. He's going to do something to you.
1.
Okay, let me roll it. Okay, as he grabs your arm, before your very eyes, you see your arm. Are you wearing gloves? I don't remember.
No.
Okay, you see your hand start swelling in pain, and you see it like growing old. As in,
Do I
he's-
feel anything or?
Yeah, you're
just
feeling a lot of pain in your hand. He is holding firm though, and because of that roll, he will not let you go, and he will say, "Take me to your friends."
All right, fine. They are. I just follow me.
He will release your hand, and your hand goes back to normal.
Oh, that's some some bad voodoo you just did.
Oh, he sold us out really fast.
Alright, let's go. Follow me.
Okay. Yeah. Your hand still aches a little bit, but by the second, it's starting to feel more and more normal. So yeah, do you lead him to your companions or to somewhere else?
To somewhere else. Like some other building. Like behind some other building.
Okay. Do you have like a plan though? I mean, when he was... Oh, okay. I will presume that you have a plan. Roll your sneaky and I'll roll this guy's careful to see if he realizes, okay?
Alright. Did you roll?
Sorry, as I mentioned before we started, it's taking me a bit more time because of the technical difficulties.
It's fine.
Alright, so yeah, the dwarf believes you, Bladebeard. Where do you take him? There's, as I mentioned, there's the main building, the cantina, and a few smaller buildings.
Like behind one of the smaller buildings.
Okay, as you exit, let me just remove Sassy, you see... I'll just remove the goblin too. You see a troop of orcs, like, parading into town, very imposing like, and after about like 4 orcs enter from the docks, they are this little fellow. Now this is an orc DoomGoblin. This little fellow, accompanied by this little thing, comes like barking orders in orcish at the orcs.
What a large dwarf.
Okay, do you like react to this, or does this affect what you're doing with this dwarf?
This orc guy, this is not someone I know, right?
Roll for me your careful difficulty 4 to see he's not an unknown person. Maybe you've heard of him. You've never met him, but maybe you've heard of him. Okay, that's fairly close, but not quite good enough. I will say, he seems like he sort of matches the description of like some infamous, Horde privateer that you've heard about.
Alright, I just ignore him and
Privateer captain.
continue leading the Dark Iron gentleman.
Okay. You're leading him again to one of the smaller buildings, correct?
Yeah.
I presume one that is a bit further away from the orcs, or one that is closer to them.
I don't mind. Closer to them.
The Dark Iron will grab you and say, "If they're over there, they're already dead."
Well,
Nodding towards the orcs.
I don't know.
Why don't you show me where they really are?
They are not dead. I mean, we are the Horde mercenaries, and there is no reason they would kill us.
Aye, and I'm Great Father Winter. He will grab you again by the hand, and with like an intimidating look, give you like an unspoken command.
Do you want me to bring you to them or not?
I'd rather not deal with orcs right now, especially not that one.
Well, we can wait for him to pass.
This is an occupation. He won't pass.
Well,
as you...
then maybe I can go and find my companions and tell them to meet you here.
I am not leaving you. And as you guys are talking, you see the troop of orcs, because you just came out of the main building. The troop of orcs is headed towards the main building. So they will meet you. If you don't, like, go away.
Alright, how about we hide somewhere? If you don't like orcs so much.
This dark iron will roll his eyes, but like allow you to take the lead.
Is there a place to hide that isn't where rest of us are hiding?
You can try perhaps the cantina, but I would imagine there would be people who would recognize you there. Behind some of the other smaller buildings that the orcs aren't like there, but the orcs see you, so you shouldn't like try running away. That would be like very suspicious.
We will just walk away.
Yeah, to one of the smaller buildings, to the cantina, to like the outside gate, I guess.
I don't know. Let's are orcs watching us?
I mean, they're going towards the main building, and you are in the door frame of the main building, so of course they see you.
Oi, dwarf, how about we just go back into the building?
Are you daft? They will search every nook and cranny of that place.
Do you have any magic to teleport us? Obviously you can make my hand look old.
The dark iron will give out an exasperated sigh, grab you by the hand, and take you to the most obvious hiding place that he can think of, behind the main building.
Alright, let's go.
Which is where your companions are, by the way.
Yeah.
So he leads you there. Do you allow him to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, you see a dark iron dwarf suddenly pop from behind the corner, dragging behind him a Bladebeard carrying a very large shirt.
Oh, you got me my shirt.
Yeah. I did.
So you were lying, good captain. I'll take note of that. This dark iron will go ahead.
Well, you don't. To be honest, you don't look like the most trusting type.
Lying.
Whoa.
We should
Wow.
be used to it.
I mean, look, you're very spiky, and I almost thought that you were an orc.
He has no beard, so that's kind of suspicious as well.
Yeah.
That is pretty sus. A dwarf without a beard is like the most sus thing, but yeah.
He is wearing like an armor piece that would obscure any beard.
I mean, that he has a pretty short beard, which again is quite strange.
His beard is inside his robes, I think.
Yeah, the limitations of model viewer. He does have an actual beard. He just it's just hidden behind the thing. But regardless, this guy will tighten his hold on you, Bladebeard, and then he will walk straight towards Benjamin and Buhd, and he will look at both of you and say,
Can I try to pull my hand away?
"You can, but he will not let go. So do a roll, and let's see if you manage. Okay? It will be a forceful. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. -1.
No, he very much keeps a hold of your hand, and even grabs it further, and you start feeling a flash of pain in there. And Benjamin, Buhd, you suddenly see Bladebeard's hand shrivel up almost to like a skeleton-like state, before like 2 seconds later returning to normal, quote unquote. But Bladebeard feels a lot of pain 2.
Alright, I had enough. I stab him.
Okay, do a quick roll, and I will do check. What's this guy's quick?
So, quick, right?
Yep, I'll check this guy's quick.
1.
Okay, sorry. He notices your attempt, grabs the dagger from your hand, and aims it like towards your face. And he will say, "I'm not in the mood for games." Going back, yeah, he will say, "Ye people have something that interests me. We met at the auction. You know what happened at the auction. I presume you have the orb, correct?"
We don't have orb.
"I have had enough of your games." And Bladebeard, he once again makes your hand feel a lot of pain to the point that you would probably yell out. Benjamin, Buhd, you notice that this guy is sort of holding Bladebeard hostage and asking for the orb.
I put my hand on my sword and just get ready, if something goes wrong, like Bladebeard passing away, for example.
We know how stupid orb. Let go, you stupid, stinky dwarf.
"Don't tell me you'll let the demons have it. Are you that daft?"
Me ogre.
He will turn to you, Benjamin, and he will say, "Do you have it?"
We don't have it. The Pandaren took it.
He will look very confused at your comment, and he will say, "I did not see any Pandaren at the auction. Are you trying to..."
The bird man, Arakokra or whatever.
Arakoa.
Arakoa. Yeah, he took it. He has it.
This guy will let out an exasperated sigh, and he will release you, Bladebeard, and also remove the knife that is aiming at your face, and he will say, "You people are more daft than I expected, which makes the whole situation worse than I expected." Also, about Benjamin, he said that he was at the auction, but you do not recognize him from the auction.
I mean, there were tons of people there, so...
That's also true. Okay. He will look around and say, "Well, as your pansies just noticed, the orcs just came into town. I'm not going to face them, so I guess I'll hide with you." And he sort of sits down next to you guys.
Oh, so we got a third mate now. Wonderful.
We don't like him. He threatened Captain and he smell.
Yeah, what if we don't want you here?
He will look you dead in the eye, Bladebeard, and say, "I can erase your ancestors, dwarf. Watch your tongue."
Meanie poopy pants.
Yeah, it is a very odd threat coming from a Dark Iron Dwarf. Though I don't know if you guys have ever had dealings with Dark Iron Dwarves.
It just kind of looks like a bird dwarf to me, so...
I don't think Buhd has. If he has, he probably doesn't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so he sits down after making this threat, and seems like he's paying attention to the outside, like the main street of this place, so to say. But yeah, he does not seem to pay attention directly to you guys, but you do feel seen by him.
Bud, I got your shirt.
Buhd saw that. We're gonna wear it.
Here you go.
Alright, Buhd tries to put it on.
Yeah, but it's if you try to put it on, it's the height is not quite. Is a bit too short. So you would have belly button showing, I guess. and it is also way too wide. It's almost like a skirt that is a shirt, I guess.
See, perfect.
The shirt look bad. Now belly button showing, and it make butt look like girl.
I don't think ogre girls wear skirts, but who knows? But yeah, this is because
I mean,
go ahead.
Bud hasn't seen an ogre girl in a while. He's mostly seen the other race girls, so...
Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, Bladebeard, you do remember that this is supposed to be a troll berserker shirt, not an ogre shirt.
Yeah.
So yeah. Benjamin, what's your reaction to this spectacle?
I'm not entertained.
You hear a whisper in your mind that says, despite this dwarf's demeanor, he can be your ally. Although, as with the goblin that you saw earlier, he is much more than he seems.
Starting to get tired of hearing that, but I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just going to give you like a situation report.
So, since you were at the auction, why didn't you help us fight the Birdman and the Burning Crusade?
He will look at you and say, I don't have to answer to you, dwarf. But I will say I was trying to do my duty.
By
bad duty.
running, or what did you do?
When you comment, Buhd, he will say, I remember you in Dire Maul. You are nothing then, you are nothing now. And in response to your comment, Bladebeard, he will say, my duty is my own.
You don't know Bud. Bud don't know you.
I know more than you think.
But not like you.
He will spit at the ground.
How's he spitting at the ground with that thing on?
I don't know. A magical hole opens up and you see briefly his lips and he spits on the ground. I don't know.
I was gonna say
Alright,
he spits in his little mouth thingy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I know that this probably won't work, but can I discover one of his aspects?
I thought you were gonna ask if you can pickpocket him.
Can I pickpocket him?
Yeah, you definitely can. It actually, this will probably work because unlike the goblin, for instance, this guy is not very careful. So roll your careful and I will roll his careful to oppose you, okay?
Alright. I did.
Okay, with that roll, I'm going to say that you discover two of his aspects. Not his high concept though, because narratively wouldn't really make sense for you to discover his high concept, but you do discover his trouble aspect and his third aspect. Let me just write them down for a bit.
I believe I know what his high concept is.
I wonder. Did the comparisons with the goblin lady give it away?
He's something similar. I believe.
He's secretly a shattered hand orc.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Okay, those are the two aspects that you do know. Let me just find a way to position them on the screen somehow. Okay. Again, it wouldn't really make sense for you to discover his high concept, narratively speaking. So,
Yeah.
arrogant and self-absorbed is his trouble aspect, and juvenile yet powerful is his other aspect. And because of that role, he does not notice you like investigating him. Okay. To give you like sort of a situation report, again, this guy is sort of sitting down, paying attention to his surroundings, and when you talk to him, he talks back. You hear orcs shouting in from the town, but you understand that it's a guttural voice giving orders like secure that building, inventory the supplies in that building, check under the counters, find out that goblin's inventory, etc., etc. It's very clearly a military occupation.
Sound like orcs taking over place. Big time.
Well, let's hope that our goblin captain friend can get us out of here.
I should also mention this is kind of obvious to everyone, maybe except for the Dark Iron, but this hiding spot that you guys picked is just behind the building. It's eventually someone is going to come here. It's not a very well hidden place. Do you guys do or say anything, or try to move somewhere else, or do you just stay in your position?
Should we
Where
move
do
somewhere else?
we carry our supplies?
Your supplies are with you in this
But how are they carried? Are they in bags, boxes?
crates, and a few bags.
Does the dwarf fit in a crate?
Definitely not.
Okay, fair enough.
Or did you mean Bladebeard? But still no.
No, the Dark Iron.
Okay. But yeah. If you guys, so you guys like do anything or not? If you don't do anything, something will happen, obviously.
Should we move somewhere? Should we hide?
We already hiding.
Yeah, but this is not really a good hiding place.
Oh, then we should move then.
The dwarf will look at you, Free, and say, "Do you have a plan?"
Can I ask Zelatath if she knows anywhere we can hide?
Zalataf will say, "Well, as I warned you last time, if you wait long enough, it might no longer be necessary to hide. But if you insist on hiding, well, think of it this way. All of these goblins are merchants, and merchants always have like a secret stash."
For once, useful information. Can I? Is there anything of relevance in that regard, like around us, or would we have to move around?
You would have to move around. You saw plenty of merchants in town. Bladebeard obviously saw even most of them. So he's like free to ask, "Hey, can I hide in your secret place?" Maybe even Sassy has a secret place. Who knows? But also, this is just something that floated up in your mind, Benjamin. You would have to like communicate that to the rest of your group.
So I basically get up and turn to the group and say, we should probably find somewhere less visible to hide in. Don't goblins usually have some of those secret stashes, right?
The Dark Iron would say, "Finally a smart one." The Dark Iron, if I said goblin, sorry, I meant the Dark Iron.
You said Dark Iron, I believe.
Okay, sorry.
Alright, that's a good idea, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Okie dokie twinkles.
Okay. You would have to like go into the main street to like find a merchant. Do you do so?
I guess so.
Okay. The dwarves aren't really the dwarves. Sorry, the orcs aren't really focused on you, so you have like a bit of time to make yourselves seem like naturals for this place.
Spiky, dark iron, totally natural. Yes.
Well, he fooled me.
Fair enough.
I would say you have like you do find like a window of a few seconds to like slip in the traffic in the street and then like choose a place to go. As to whether someone notices you or not, that's another question. But yeah, to your immediate knowledge, you will not be noticed. You guess.
Alright, we will leave the supplies here. We don't really need them. The goblin captain probably has her supplies.
I've been carrying these all over the place.
We should carry at least a box.
The dark iron would say, "What goblin captain?"
A nice one.
Nothing that you should concern yourself about.
You
I don't
three
know
are
why,
my
why,
own.
you,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
why are you even following us?
You three are my only link to the orb. I need to get it.
Four.
It's my duty.
There are four of us. You maybe didn't notice. This is Shalon.
But yeah. Shalon would not be like walking with you. Someone would have to carry him if you decide to take him with you. But I will say carrying an elf around is very, very noticeable.
I'm going
He's
to
too wholesome to
ask.
be kind.
Can I ask Shalon? Oi, you mentioned that you could turn invisible, right? Can you do that now, Shalon?
Shalon will surprisingly look at you, Bladebeard. Then he will notice the dwarf and he will look terrified and resume his like cradling his legs position. The dwarf will say, "You've got another daft one with you, eh?"
I guess he can't.
We brought you with us.
Watch it, ogre.
You watch it.
I've been watching you since before you were born.
That's creepy. You stop that.
He will roll his eyes.
You know what, Dark Iron? I think that you don't need us. You can find this orb by yourself, right? We are only we don't know nothing about this orb. We are the dead end.
I sense some interesting magic coming from you. Especially from, what's your hair color, Benjamin? It was dark, right?
Like,
Okay.
yes.
I was going to say blondie, but then I remembered, oh yeah, it's not blonde. From the human over there.
I kind of wave.
And he will say, "I presume it's related to the orb."
I only have this orb, and I show him my orb of disguise.
Would you be close to him?
Close enough, I guess.
Okay, then he will roll your quick, and I will roll his quick, because he will try to slap it out of your hands. Sort of like an insult, not like an attack. Okay? Oh yeah, he slaps the shit out of that orb.
Wow, he's mean.
Yeah, he slaps it out of your hand, and it hits one of the walls and makes a loud banging sound. And he will say, "What a useless trinket."
See, we don't have the orb. We are just bunch of pirates hiding You don't need us.
You stop being mean to friends or Buhd crush you.
I'll crush you. Benjamin, what do you do?
I kind of go grab my orb.
Okay. This made a loud banging sound, and Buhd, you hear some shouts in Orcish. What was that? Go check it out.
Look what you did. You the dumb dwarf. You making all the noise.
Please, I could just annihilate this mortals in one blow if I wanted to.
Then do it.
He will glare at you, Buhd, but he will not do anything.
You all bark and no bite. You a butt.
Yeah, why don't you do it?
You're a butt.
But I think I'm seeing the juvenile come up.
Everyone, feel free to roll your careful. It will be difficulty 4 to notice something about this guy. Your careful is a 2, Skoll, Buhd.
Yeah, I was just reading it.
This is okay.
Can we sum all our results?
No, but I will say that magical roulette pops up and you win the grand prize. What can I say? Yeah, you don't really notice anything, but yeah. The dwarf will just continue to glare at you, and you guys hear footsteps coming to your direction.
I'm going to yell at him. If you're so powerful, why don't you go and fight those orcs? And I'm going to compel his arrogant and self-observant aspect.
That's smart, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he will take that compel very gladly. Yeah. He will give out an exasperated sigh, and then he will go around the corner, and you sort of hear shouts in Orcish, but you hear something like, "Stop right there, criminal scum," something like that. And you hear a very loud and imposing roar. And Buhd, you hear the orcs scampering away in fear.
Oh damn.
What the?
Okay. And the Dark Iron will come back and say, "Do you want me to kill them?"
What did you do?
I did nothing. Do you want me to kill them or not?
No.
Then we'd best be going. Buhd,
You even stick around.
yeah, Buhd, you hear a lot of sounds. What was that? Roar, etc., etc. A lot of barking in Orcish for everyone else. And you hear footsteps coming in this direction. More footsteps than before, that is.
Oh, he wasn't too useful then.
Oh.
You make even more noise. You no help.
I will say that this guy has a very high forceful and quick, but a very, very low sneaky. Go figure.
It'd be great if he could spread his wings and fly away, right? But he's just a normal dwarf.
Yeah, unfortunate, isn't it?
He's a very short, shattered hand.
Yeah. So you hear footsteps. Do you do anything?
I kind of try dipping somewhere out of view.
The only place would be like behind the supplies, but obviously you wouldn't really stay hidden for long.
Huh.
Okay. So
Is there like some shrubbery, like some bush that we can hide in or anything?
not big enough for you guys. No, definitely not for Buhd.
I mean,
There-
Bud doesn't really need to hide. He's an ogre.
One-
They're not gonna.
Yeah. One person can hide temporarily behind the supplies. That's about it.
You'd probably have some people hide behind Bud.
Can we climb onto the building?
You can try, but the footsteps will reach you before you get very far.
Can I ask Zelatath to distract them?
Must I do everything for you? But you sense that the answer is a yes. And she sort of asks you sort of a question like, how violent should this be?
Just make them go somewhere else.
Tusk. As usual, Benjamin, you would have to reveal that, have to use her power.
Yeah, and I shall.
Okay. Let me roll a Zalatath staff, and I'll roll the orc's thingy to oppose. Yeah. You guys see Benjamin pull out an unknown dagger, seemingly for no reason, and suddenly the orc footsteps stop, and without saying anything, the orcs march off in a different direction.
Did you do that, Benjamin?
Should get out of here as soon as possible. They'll be back any second.
The dwarf will look at you, Benjamin, and say, "I did not know you were also an agent of the Deep Ones."
I kind of ignore that comment and try to, point the group away.
Okay, do you guys go, I guess? Benjamin brought you time and, some freedom to move.
Yep. Bud's running, but Bud's like, "What do you mean by that?"
Bud, are you going to carry Shalon? Apparently, he doesn't want to turn invisible.
Yeah,
Well, Bud,
go ahead.
I was just saying, Bud's still carrying the supplies, so
Leave the supplies.
I would just say when Benjamin did that, Shalon is now staring in horror at Benjamin, and he's muttering the dagger repeatedly.
that the dagger that scare him.
Same dagger also saved him, so let's go.
He will not resist if someone picks him up, except unless it's Benjamin. He will not allow Benjamin to pick him up.
All right, Bud puts down the supplies and then picks up Shalon, and then runs to the boat then, I guess.
Okay, where do you guys plan to run? To another hiding place or somewhere else?
I was thinking Sassy's building, I guess. Maybe she has a secret vault or something.
Okay, but it's a military occupation, and Sassy's building is the biggest building, which means it probably has the largest military presence.
Fair enough.
Hide behind some other building, one of the smaller ones.
Well, the idea was to hide in a stash. If we hide behind the building, we'll find out eventually.
You have some freedom of movement. The orcs suddenly turning away are getting all of the garrison's attention of basically the orcs who are turned away are staring motionless towards the sea, and the other orcs are like, "Hey, why aren't you listening to me? Hey," and those orcs are not responding. And everyone is paying attention to that.
What's the nearest merchant place, I guess?
Okay, you can do that, and you would not be spotted. Do you do so?
I guess so. How about the rest of the group?
The Dark Iron will follow your lead wherever you go. Especially your lead, Benjamin.
Yeah, he trusts the deep ones, I see.
You see correctly. Bladebeard, Buhd, do you also agree to go with Benjamin?
Yeah, we follow Benjamin.
Okay. You guys managed to make your way to a merchant shop. I'll say, what should this guy sell? Something that would be like separate from the main building. He will sell odd trinkets, I guess. Yeah, you enter a merchant shop that sells odd trinkets. The merchant is sort of like hurriedly packing his stuff, trying to like not be seen by the orcs, etc., with like some valuables that he shouldn't have. He does not notice you at first.
Are we that silent?
No, he's just that distracted.
I kind of poke him to get his attention.
What do you want? The gold's on the counter. Don't hurt me.
Do you have anywhere to hide?
What? 5 gold each.
5 gold each.
Do I look like I have an enormous cellar? 5 gold each.
Well, if you're asking the gold, it means you have it, right?
The Dark Iron will say, I've had enough of this, and he will grab this goblin by his face, and the goblin will have a look of fear, but the Dark Iron removes his hand, you see that the goblin is frozen. As in not moving, not blinking, not doing anything. Motionless.
That might have gone a bit too far, but
Hiding place, no.
That worked for Buhd.
All right, let's go and hide.
Okay.
I would also like to
can I grab
take the gold.
goblin?
I heard Bladebeard's request, and yes, he most certainly can. What did you ask, Benjamin?
I asked if I can take the frozen goblin.
He weighs like a normal goblin. Yeah, if you can carry a normal goblin, you can carry
Yeah, I
him.
guess so. I just would be kind of suspicious to leave like a frozen goblin on the counter, so...
Okay. Everyone, please roll careful checks, difficulty 4, to see if you manage to find this guy's secret place, because he didn't tell you where it was. Okay. I will allow Bladebeard to roll again because that roll was close enough. It's getting warmer, Bladebeard. You're allowed to roll again. See if you find it.
All right.
Nope.
0.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me see. I was looking at my aspects. I don't believe I have anything related to exploring.
Well, any aspect
no, not
related
really.
to like thievery, perhaps anything like
Yeah,
that.
continue.
Sorry, I forgot to hit push to talk. Any aspect related to like thievery might work, etc.
I have that I'm a pirate.
It's like finding a treasure, I guess.
It's also kind of like smuggling, so sure. Are you
Yeah,
using
yeah.
that?
Yeah, so +2, right? So
Yeah.
that would be 5.
Let me remove and I'll take another one. Yeah, Bladebeard. As you like kick around, it's at first a bit difficult to find, but you kick around and you discover the markings of a trapdoor in the floor of this building behind the counter.
All right. Can I open it?
Give me a forceful roll difficulty 4, let's say, because it's locked.
Can I unlock it
If you can find
with
the
like
key.
thieves tools or whatever?
Okay, then that will be a sneaky roll, because that will be sort of like pickpocketing, sure. Difficulty 4 too. Yeah,
4.
you managed to unlock it, you master thief.
Yeah.
Okay,
Finally, he's useful.
Get in here.
it will be a very tight squeeze for Buhd, but he will probably be able to make it with some assistance.
Can I stomp on Buhd with my foot?
But do you allow Benjamin to stomp on you?
I guess.
The Dark Iron Dwarf will grin at you, Benjamin, while you're doing that.
Very tight fit for Buhd.
Okay. Speaking of juvenile Dark Iron, I was thinking if he would make a your mother joke about that, but maybe not. So yeah, you guys managed to fit into the cellar. Benjamin, are you taking the goblin with you?
Yeah, that would be the idea.
Okay. You have now successfully hid in the cellar. Okay. It's not a very big cellar. It's a little bit cramped, but you find all sorts of things there. Some Bano stuff like food supplies, but also some expensive trinkets that like the equivalent of like Cuban cigars, like stuff that's illegal for mainly political reasons, not because it's like a narcotic or something.
Why did you tempt Bladebeard?
Okay.
I'm going to take if anything interesting is here.
Roll for me a careful check to see how much interesting stuff you managed to find. Okay.
All right. 0.
Okay, you managed to find some gold pieces. Everything else is in crates that you would have to like individually pop open and explore, and breaking crates open makes sound. It might not be a good idea.
Yeah, all right. I stand still.
Yeah, you find like with the plus the money the goblin had on the counter, you find like 10 gold in total.
Did he find some Bronzebeard cigars?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't, because he did not get a good enough roll.
All right.
Okay.
What time is it? Is it soon to sunset?
No, there's still some time left. There's still a few hours left. It's around noon at this time. The Dark Iron will say, "Well, if we wait long enough, me and the humans' friends might show up and liberate us from here."
Human friend?
You have friends?
He said, mine and the humans' friends. So mutual friends of himself and the human. That's what he meant.
Oh,
Any thoughts on that?
what human are you talking about?
The fake elf you're with the dagger.
I kind of scratch my ear.
You two know each other?
Not until now. If I had known he was an agent of the Deep Ones like I am, we might have avoided all the unpleasantness. Sorry about that, dwarf.
Captain Bladebeard. I would say nice to meet you, but it's not really nice.
Name's Chronic. I'll type that in chat.
Would that be a dwarven name?
Yeah. It's a bit of an unusual name, but it is a dwarven name.
Okay.
This guy will extend his hand towards Benjamin, like to sort of shake it.
I shake his hand with my gloved hand.
Okay. He will continue like holding your hand because he just offered his name. He's expecting you to offer your name.
Benjamin. Aaran.
Sure. We all have our fake names, and he'll give you a wink.
I scratch my head.
Okay. He will remove his hand. Benjamin, you hear a chuckle in your mind. He will say, "This one is such a naive yet useful tool."
Well, he seems to act kind of like a child.
Yeah, and he will then extend his hand towards Benjamin, not to Benjamin, Bladebeard. Chronic. Bladebeard.
Alright. Yeah, I already said my name.
Yeah. Okay.
I shake his hand.
Yeah, he will shake it back, and he will then turn to Bud and say, "I already know you."
Bud no know you.
He will chuckle and say, "You had quite a career in Teeironor. What brings you to these parts?"
Bud no remember.
He will laugh and say, "Did the ogres hit you that hard?"
Maybe.
He will shake his head. And do you guys will like keep waiting, or what's like your plan?
I go to check on the frozen goblin.
Yeah, he feels normal, like well, he feels warm, but you don't sense a pulse, if that makes sense. He just feels warm. He's not like getting colder. He feels like he's alive, but he's not breathing, and he doesn't have a pulse. But on the other hand, he doesn't like exhibit signs of being dead.
I ask Mr. Chronic what exactly he did to our goblin friend.
Well, I froze him. He'll wake up when we're gone. If we want him to wake up, that is.
Yeah, I'd pass on leaving a couple of corpses behind.
Never leave a trail, eh? You're just like my father at that.
Okay.
Yeah. Does anyone else do anything? Or do you like just wait?
Guess we're just waiting.
Okay. It will be several hours until something happens. The dwarf will remain silent. If you guys want to have like another conversation beforehand, feel free to do that.
I take my boots off and like
Yeah, you're still soaked a little bit.
yeah, I kind of take the water out.
Bud twiddles his thumbs while he's still holding Shalon.
Yeah, Shalon is still not really responsive. He is in your arms, like alive, obviously, but yeah, not really responding to you. He's breathing and he has a pulse, unlike the goblin. I will say that much. Yeah. DoomGoblin, I was just asking everyone. It will take a few hours until something happens. Do you wait around? Do you want to talk about something, etc., etc.?
No, we just wait around.
Okay. As you do, as the hours pass by, you feel the earth start shaking a little bit and a deep rumble. And Benjamin hears a whisper in his mind.
The old ones are coming.
Huh?
Are the old ones coming?
No, she will just say, "Our friends are here."
Our friends?
Well, you are with me. and the earth is shaking quite violently. The dwarf sort of stands up and like stretches a little bit, and he'll say, "All right, it'll be good to get back into action."
Who exactly arrived?
Well, Zarnasha's a troop, I think. I'm not sure.
That is?
He does not reply to that, only he begins to climb up and like exit the cellar you guys are in.
Even?
Sorry?
But was just saying, are we leaving?
Well, you don't want to be stuck here if the cellar crumbles on you.
Oh, alright.
Go.
Let's go.
Yeah. As you guys leave, does everyone leave the cellar?
Yeah.
What's also happening with Shalon and the goblin?
I climbed up the stairs with him and I kind of place him in a chair, I guess.
Bud carries Shalon out carefully.
Okay, Shalon starts mumbling madly in your arms, Bud. He's speaking in a language you do not understand. Benjamin, you understand that he's saying they're here in an increasingly panicked tone.
You're gonna be okay, Shalon.
Yeah, and as you guys exit the cellar, you see, you hear shouting from the streets and orcs running like with their weapons drawn towards where the sea was, and yeah, you hear a lot of shouting and panicked goblin sounds and angry orc sounds.
Oh, I guess demons are here.
I feel we're not dealing with demons. We should try to get out of here as soon as possible.
Is it sunset?
Close to sunset, yeah. The dwarf will laugh out loud when you say demons, and he'll say, maybe metaphorically, but not literally. And he will walk out, like sort of.
Were the demons in Booty Bay metaphoric ones?
He will just laugh at you when you ask that, and he will just walk out, like casually.
Alright. Bye.
Okay, and as he reaches the exit, you notice his form like change before your very eyes. He starts growing bigger. I'm trying to find it. That's why I'm delaying, because once again it's not in alphabetical order. Damn it. Where is it? Yeah. He is no longer this dwarf. He turns into this lovely thing.
Oh.
What a surprise.
I rub my eyes.
Skoll, do you say that in character or out of character?
I was just doing the out of character. Bud go. But remember him?
Yeah.
Is that a dragon?
It very much looks like a dragon. Not like a color you've ever seen before outside of the auction, Bladebeard, but yeah. Actually, maybe I don't remember if you were knocked out.
I didn't see.
Okay, you were knocked out, so yeah.
Bud remembers him.
Yeah.
What is going on?
He will take to the skies. What do you guys do?
Let the dragon that Bud encounter. He's summoned by orb.
You hear panic shouting in the streets, and like you see this lovely thing breathe down and kill a bunch of the orc guards.
Bud think we should leave.
Yeah, I think we should just go to the goblin's ship.
Deal may be off, but it might be worth it.
Okay, you guys exit the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, as as you exit the shop, let me just shuffle everything around to like make room for a bunch of new people. Yeah, you see a scene of general chaos, and where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Again, because they're not set in alphabetical order, it's hard to find everything. Yeah, you see a bunch of these coming out of the ocean and like fighting a front line of orcs. You see this orc person shouting orders, this dragon looking angry, this orc also fighting. There's a lot of fighting at the sea. The goblins are panicked, and in the distance, as you look, you will see this lovely thing rear its head out of the
The
sea.
big fish.
Yeah. Any immediate reactions?
This is very bad.
What
I may,
is going on?
I may have wet myself a little more.
Yeah. And because of the time, I guess this is as good a place as any to end this session.
I think if Heckle the Heckler was alive, he'd be a fantastic ally right now.
Well, as I mentioned when we talked like sort of the behind the scenes stuff for episode 4, his daughter is alive, but I don't think she would be here.
Alright, let's go fetch her.
Yeah. Any thoughts? The mystery was much more obvious this time, and I didn't really try to hide it that much.
I actually didn't notice till DoomGoblin mentioned it.
I didn't think it was the time dragon. I didn't put that together. I was like, I have no idea who this person is.
Yeah, if anything, I thought it was a black dragon, especially since you mentioned the connection to the old ones.
I just thought it was a faceless one in disguise of a dark iron, and that's it.
At first I thought he was a Shatterhand orc, then a Dark Iron dwarf, and then a Infinite Dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of those is very on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my mind, the clue that gave it away the most was when he grabbed Bladebeard's arm and aged it
Yeah,
up.
and make it look older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was just like he had power over like death or decay or something. I didn't really think too much on it.
Well, I'm glad that this mystery was solved. This is just to like assuage any curiosities. The careful roll that I asked you earlier to see if you noticed something about him was if you would have noticed that he was wounded.
Oh.
Oh,
Because
Was it
Go
the
ahead.
Stormwind Footman?
it was definitely not the Stormwind Footman. It
Oh.
was
huh.
some wounds of the fell nature.
Fair enough.
For the Alliance.
Rest in peace, brave man of the Alliance.
Well, he never died on screen. What can I say? And yeah, funnily enough, because of what happened during this session, the old god forces will not automatically assume that you are enemies.
Well, that's some good news, I guess.
Yeah, because
We would have taken a second beating.
well, if the orcs see you helping the old guard forces, you might have to deal with them. There's also like Kyrie and her crew, etc. There's a lot of things that can happen next session, and I think this is a better cliffhanger than the previous one.
Yeah, I honestly think that a lot of the crew is going to get split up at this point, though.
Maybe it depends on what happens.
Because Buhd really likes the new crew people. He hates the old god guys, and he's pretty neutral on the orcs.
They called you big and dumb.
They did call him dumb, which does make Buhd hate them, but he hates the dragon guy more for some reason. Well, it's actually acutely aware why he hates him.
Yeah. he was very rude to you.
Oh, he was rude to him, and he was very rude to Captain.
Yeah.
Like, he
Yeah.
threatened Captain.
And-
And then he also threatened Twinkles.
Only a little bit.
He's a dragon.
Only a little bit.
Dragons are evil monsters. All of them.
I'm genuinely curious. Obviously, I'm not asking you to decide right now and whatever can happen, but what do you guys think you are going to do next session as this chaos unfolds?
I'd say we're probably gonna find the blue dragon lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Buhd is not a fan of the old gods or the Horde, so sorry.
would Buhd know about the old gods? Or just think that it's fish people?
I don't think he would. I don't, even back when he was a warlord, I don't think he was that connected to them.
Yeah, it is the existence of the old gods common knowledge.
Probably not, but it would be. I imagine Bladebeard would hear something about them because they are
Yeah, but I
legends.
guess that would be mainly folk tales, I guess.
I think that
Yeah.
the Naga and the big old Kraken there is something that Buhd and Bladebeard would know about because they're they're very seaworthy, so they would know that type of stuff. But the old
I don't know
gods,
about the part, but okay.
yeah, well, you know what I mean. They have their sea legs.
Yeah. For Benjamin, well, except for the Zalotaf and the auction thing, I imagine this would be maybe the first time, unless you met them in Morphren or something.
No, they're just strange big squids and snake people.
Okay. Also, I definitely would have had something different come up if either the dwarf or Kyrie would have come into contact with the orc's black dragon whelp. Because the black dragon would have definitely recognized them.
Yeah, I was gonna have Buhd potentially fire his cannon at the Dark Iron back a while ago, but
Yeah,
that
I
didn't
was
happen.
I was hoping they would attack him when I was attacking him,
Well,
but I guess
he's not very bright. He's not very bright, and he is very arrogant, self-absorbed, juvenile, yet powerful. Go figure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he retorted with Butt calling him a butt to calling Buhd a butt. So
Yeah, pretty much. And making some really weird threats. He's not very good at maintaining a mortal cover. What can I say?
yeah.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this session?
chaos as usual.
We're gonna destroy another settlement, and it's a
Oh God.
good job.
Yeah, probably.
Let's go to Ratchet next.
We'll see what happens. I'm honestly not sure. I mean, anything could happen. You could repel the old gods. You could help the old gods. You could do something else entirely. Up to you
Just
guys.
run away, like.
You know who I miss? I miss the Gurbashi lady.
I miss
She
her
kept
too.
us safe. She
I
kept
miss
us
it
safe.
Just lightning the Kraken's face.
We sacrifice Benjamin to be her husband, and we go our separate ways. That's just.
I do not consent to this.
I approve of this plan. I think it's a great plan.
Well, do you really think she would settle down with him?
No. We would just sacrifice him. We'd give him over to her, and she just makes him, her mate, and we leave in peace.
Yeah. I'm just objecting to the term husband when referring to her.
Oh yeah. I meant mate, but whatever.
Yeah.
Still works.
I also, with every session, I prepare. Well, I guess except the session where you guys were on a boat. But with every session, I prepare a character that is going to flirt with Benjamin, and you did not stumble across him this time.
Oh, can I know who it was, or Can that person still show up?
That person can still show up, but you don't know who it is.
Fair enough.
I'm waiting for the blue dragon lady to flirt with him.
That's definitely not going to happen. She is really not in the mood for that.
Yeah, old god invasion and all.
I don't think he can show her that twinkle charm then.
I also have
Okay.
a character prepared that is going to flirt with Buhd, and a character prepared that is going to flirt with Bladebeard. You guys just have to find them. None of them are in this town though.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this session before we start wrapping up?
I don't think so.
It was definitely fun. It's a better cliffhanger than before. What can I say?
Yeah, I think in my mind I just pictured this cinematic moment where we just see like a kraken coming out of the water. You know.
Well, I imagine in the machinima version it would be the Dark Iron walking out, suddenly transforming into a dragon, taking flight and killing a bunch of people, and then like maybe a POV shot as you go out, and suddenly, oh, in the horizon there's a kraken. Sorry.
Just another day in the park.
Sorry? I didn't hear that, sorry.
Just another day in the park.
Oh, yeah. Just another day in Stranglethorn Vale, what can I say? But, yeah.
We need to get out of here.
You could, what can I say? Yeah. So, unless there's any other thoughts, should we move into our own shoutouts?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay, so let's go in alphabetical order as usual. DoomGoblin, can you go ahead?
Yeah, I'm DoomGoblin. You can find me on Twitter at DoomGoblin and some other sites. You can see all the links right now. So, yeah, check out my artworks and stuff I do.
Indeed. Sir Thompshire?
I'm Sir Thompshire. I post machinima and some occasional renders, both on YouTube and Twitter. And who knows, maybe a series of this campaign will pop out soon. Who knows?
Who knows?
Ho ho ho.
Skoll?
I am Skoll Shorties, and I make lore videos, speculation videos, sometimes meme stuff, and machinima. And you can expect that momentarily. I did recently post a Winterville one, so check that out.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter as well, if you want.
Yeah, and his machinima was funny. What can I say? And I was your game master, Teeironor. I mostly do Warcraft lore videos focusing on really niche topics. I took a little bit of a break because of IRL issues, but by the next week after this episode comes out, I should be more or less back in action. Yeah. Other than that, unless anyone wants to say anything else, let's say goodbye to our viewers.
Bye ya!
Bye,
See
everyone.
ya.
See you.